Well, after several attempts to open in different locations, this business owner says fifth time's the charm. Port Morris will soon be the home to the first LGBTQ bar in the Bronx. And here to tell us more is the upcoming LGBTQ Bar and WorldPride 2019 ambassador, Audrey De Jesus. And good to have you.
Good to be here.
Good.
Humbled to be asked to be here in front of you. I mean, I follow you all the time. You're great.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you with us. And, you know, I know for you, it's been a work of, we've been talking a little bit with activists, right, about the work and the activism. And so you've done this in the community for a minute.
Yeah, for the past 15 years in the Bronx, but I've been actually working in different LGBT bars for the past 30 years. And it's time that I focus on my community.
And so here it is, you've got the borough of the Bronx, and you guys have got this great announcement that you wanted to make, and a lease is soon to be signed, I take it, or how's it going?
We had a little hurdle because when we were going to get ready to sign the lease back in March, I went there one day to do a walkthrough, and the ceiling it was raining.
Right.
And when we walked in, it was raining inside the establishment. So I was like, until this is resolved, how we put a rider into the lease, we're not going to sign the lease as of yet. So that was postponed on the date we were supposed to anticipate construction. We were supposed to actually be open this week, our soft grand opening, but because the expenses occur from the roof being damaged and everything, now with the pushback date hopefully will be the ending of October, because we just signed the lease because we ratified everything that had to be done with the property. It's located in Port Morris, and I am the first gay-owned and operated in that area, because I've tried 4 times in different areas of the Bronx. And the reason this is so special is all about timing. I'm overcome a lot of hurdles. I have the community board, I have the community, and the borough president in support of this venture that I'm doing now. I guess it's all about timing.
Right.
Because the first 3 other hurdles that I encountered was pushback with the community. You know, it being an LGBTQ bar successfully, and then you had a lot of people that were closed-minded and it was stereotyping my business. So they were protesting and they were calling the police on random nights when it was packed with lesbians and Hispanics. But I overcame those challenges. I'm like, well, this is not going to deter me. I'm just going to keep on. I took a hiatus to actually do my research and walk around the whole community. Plus, in turn with that, I was an activist. I'm an activist, and I'm part of the Bronx LGBT task force with the borough president's office, whereas we pick out certain members of the community that have been an impact with our youth or the health department or housing, and we give them a proclamation. I was honored to have mine last year. They gave me a proclamation. So, and then this year they chose me to be an ambassador out of 5,000 contestants. They weeded down to 11, representing the whole state of New York. So I marched with the governor for WorldPride, and it was amazing. And through that, I've been networking with the clubs and touching base with business owners, and we have a lot of hurdles to overcome.
But you have to have these conversations, right?
Yes.
And so what are these conversations really, when it gets down to the nuts and bolts of it, what are the conversations really about? Is it about
how comfortable
safety?
they feel, safety in the community, where to go, who to network with, because I want people to have a sense of security when they walk into my business. I'm not just focusing on the LGBTQ. It's open to everybody. I'm not going to discriminate whether you're in a wheelchair or whether you want to come with orange hair or you're African American or you're from Iran. My doors are open to everybody. It's just that because I am a proud lesbian, it's gay-owned. That's the only difference in the community. That's my niche. And it's a long overdue establishment that we need in the community, because people go to Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island. Why do they have to go to Manhattan when they come to the Bronx? You know, we're going to have shows, we're going to have a restaurant, so it's up and coming.
And one of the things I do want to talk about, though, is when you talk about employment, right, and the business. You got hires, and your goal is to hire from within
the community. And the community is also going to pick the name. When we do the soft grand opening, we're going to have a suggestion box, and the people are going to pick names. And at the end of the night, we're going to pick the name to the club. And then we're going to just go from there. And also the DJ, we're going to have a resident DJ from the Bronx, and we're going to do a $5,000 challenge. I'm going to have the DJs battle each other and let them figure out who's going to be my DJ to the club.
This has been a long time coming. How's it feel for you?
I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm humble because I have a lot of support now that I didn't have before. I guess being an activist and being out there, and the politicians know me because when they knock on my door and they tell me, Audrey, I need you to help us do petitions. I need you to help us walk around, put our name out there. I'm the first one, like, where and when do you want me to be? And
But I
helps.
guess that goes hand in hand with being an ambassador, right?
Yep.
And so, did you think being an ambassador would take you to the places that you?
It gave me more exposure,
Yeah.
and it shows that I'm showing to the people that if I can't do it, who's going to do it? You know, I'm representing a whole big network of people, not just me myself. I mean, and I also mentor teenagers. You know, bullying, anti-bullying, and everything, and that goes hand in hand with. I want a teenager to come to me like, well, how do you go about doing this business? I want to be their role model. I'm a mentorship, you know. And I'm like, well, come on, I'll do an internship with you. I'll talk to you. My doors are open to anybody. I have the time now. This is my time.
Your time, and you make it, and you're making it happen. So, what do you have coming around the corner?
Well, going back to work in September, I'm teaching for the Board of Ed, and through that, I have a non-for-profit called New Beginnings, Bronx Pride's New Beginning, and that's focusing on the LGBT homelessness and mental health. I'm focusing on that now because we're facing a lot of challenges about that.
Do you find that people are more tolerant nowadays
Yes.
in terms of at least having that conversation?
The conversation is more open now. They're not afraid anymore like they used to be. Now there's resources. You know, we put it out there. We try to do a directory. We try to, we're networking. You know, we're putting it out there no matter if it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I don't care what it is. Even if I'm walking, I'm an ambassador, I'm walking around. Hi, how are you? What is your concerns today? How are you feeling? You know, I'm lending you my ear. I'm lending you my hand. I'm an outstretched hand to you. I'm like, I am here. And what you tell me, it's here. It stays with me unless you want me to share it with somebody. And I go about finding it.
What's the biggest stereotype you have to debunk?
Being Hispanic or lesbian in this society, because we still face discrimination. I mean, you think times would have changed in the past since Stonewall happened 50 years ago. It's just getting worse. Unfortunately, it's because of the hierarchies, politicians that we have. They're allowing all of this hatred and spew to come into this generation again. And it's sad.
Well, tell people again where to find and where to you can check out the bar coming up.
Well, through media, Facebook. I mean, right now we haven't advertised it yet because I don't have a website yet. So it's up and coming. I'm around. If people know me, I'm all over the Bronx.
That's it. But want to let you know it's coming. The first LGBTQ bar right here in the borough of the Bronx. Audrey De Jesus is also the WorldPride 2019 ambassador, and she'll be in charge of the bar. Thank you for coming and sharing with us, and welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Likewise.
Thanks for following the show, too.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, stay right here. Don't go anywhere. Listen, we don't want you to go anywhere either. Audrey's going to stay here for just a couple of seconds more. We need you to stay with us for a few minutes more. We've got more open coming up right after this.